Welcome to the Online Review Manager. The purpose of this onboarding video is to familiarize you with the platform. On this dashboard here, we are tracking a few high-level metrics. You can see the total number of reviews and average rating for both the last year and the last 30 days. You can also see the total response and average response time for the last 30 days. Scrolling down, you will see some graphs that break down your reviews by review site and by star rating. At the bottom, you will see a rolling 12-month calendar that covers reviews, responses, average rating, and average response time for each month. Hover over each month to see the specific data for each. One thing to note is that you can manage locations on a corporate level and see these metrics for all of your locations, or you can bring it down to the location level to look at metrics for a specific location. If desired, each location can also have their own unique login credentials so that specific location managers can have access as well. This concept applies to every tool and metric on the platform, so no matter which page or report you are looking at, you will always see this location dropdown in the top right-hand corner of each page. You also have the ability to bundle locations by regions if you so choose. As you can see here on the left side of the dashboard, our menu options parallel our service offerings. Generate is where the review requests are sent from. Listen is all of your data and reporting. And Respond is where you can respond to your reviews. The first section is the Generate section, and this is where you will send out your review requests. Start by making sure that a specific location is selected from the location dropdown. From here, there are 5 different ways you can send out your review requests. The first is by using this review request form here to send off one-off requests. You will need to fill out the email address and/or the phone number. The requester name and customer name fields are both optional and will only be used for reporting purposes. Once this data is entered, click Send Review Request and it will go out from there. The second way is by using our bulk uploader. Click the Upload Bulk Review Request button and you will be taken to this page with a template right here that you can download. Once you download the template, enter in the same data, phone number and/or email address are required, while the requester name and customer name are both optional. Once the data is entered, save the Excel sheet to your computer and re-upload it back into the platform. You can then determine how many requests you'd like to go out per day and the frequency in which you would like them to go out at. Once that has been customized, click Send Review Requests and they will go out at the allotted cadence until they have all been sent. Third, we can integrate with your CRM or POS system here to automatically send out review requests. As long as your system is able to generate reports with your customer data at a somewhat regular basis, we can automate that report to come to one of our specific email addresses, and from there we can auto-trigger the request to go out. This section will show any systems that have already been added to our platform for this specific industry. If there are not any in here yet, please reach out to your account rep and we can discuss getting one added. One other thing to note here is that we also do have our own API and Zapier integration. Fourth, you can use this URL here, which is what we call kiosk mode. You can display this URL on your tablet or iPad, and this can be used to send out review requests in store at the time of sale. Lastly, we also have a mobile app, which is basically just a slimmed down version of the platform. It has all of its core features and functionality, but the customizability is a bit more limited. The next section here is the Edit Text tab, and this is where you can customize what those text message review requests will actually look like. You can choose between 2 templates, then you can edit the actual messaging. Just make sure to leave the location name and landing page URL, as this is the link that will take your customers to a page to leave a review. As a reminder, you can edit this information at the corporate level or for each individual location. Next is the Edit Email section, and this is where you can customize what the email review request will look like. When you are viewing this from a corporate level, there are a limited number of sections that you can edit. However, when you select a specific location, there is a bit more customizability. In step 1, you can choose between 5 templates, edit the email subject and titles. You also have the option to enable the customer satisfaction filter. This is a tool used to direct your unhappy customers to a separate forum to leave a comment offline, while your happy customers are directed to leave a live review. If you check this box, the customer will receive an email or text where they are asked if their expectations have been met. If they say they lived up to their expectations, they will be taken to the main landing page to leave a review on a live site. If they say that they fell short of their expectations, they will be taken to a separate page where they can fill out a form that will be sent directly to your account admin. One thing to remember here is that sites like Google and Yelp do discourage this review gating technique, so we do have this feature automatically disabled. Right below this option, you will also have the option to remove the location's address from the bottom of the email. In step 2, you can determine who you want the review request email to come from. We recommend not using a personal email such as a Gmail, Outlook, or Yahoo, as these are most likely to get caught in the spam filters. We have created and verified a default generic email, which you will see right here, that will auto-populate this field for any new locations that are added to your account. In step 3, you can enable direct to manager or direct to owner buttons to go through on the review request emails as well. You can also determine who you want to receive these offline comments. Step 4 allows you to add a logo, and step 5 is where you select which review sites you want to populate on the review page. Once this page has been customized, remember to click Save. Lastly, we have the Edit Landing Page tab, which is very similar to the Edit Email section. This is where you edit the information that comes through in the link that is included in the text message requests. If the customer satisfaction filter is enabled in the Edit Email section, you will have 2 landing page URLs, one for the customer satisfaction URL and one for the other. Next, we have the Listen section, which is where you can find all of your data and reporting. The first report is the activity report, which shows a recap of the previous 30 days worth of data. If you'd like to change the date range, you can do so by clicking this button here. This report looks at the total number of reviews, the average rating, the total number of responses, and the average response time. It also breaks your reviews down by sentiment, by review site, and by location. Lastly, at the bottom, there is a feed of all of your reviews and responses. For multi-location businesses, you can view this data at the corporate level or broken down by individual location. This report is defaulted to go out to your account admin on the first of the month with the past 30 days worth of data. However, if you would like to download this report or any of the other reports at any time, you can easily do so by selecting either the green Excel button or the red PDF button. Next, we have the review response feed, which is a great way you can keep tabs on all of your reviews and responses. I'll go into more detail on this report once we get to the respond section of this video. Next, we have the requested reviews report. Anytime you send out a review request using any of our review request methods, we will track that data in this report. Here you can see which location sent out the request. If you chose to include the sender name and customer name, you could also see that data here. You'd be able to see whether it was an email or a text message. You'd also be able to see whether the text or the email were successfully delivered, and then whether the email was opened. The response report shows some more in-depth response data. It shows the total number of reviews and then breaks down the total number of responses by ones that were successfully posted live, the ones that are pending approval, the ones that you decided not to respond to, the ones that encountered a posting issue, and the ones that are still in the queue to be responded to. If it is a multi-location brand, you can also see all of the locations stack ranked against each other. The ranking report is also used to rank multiple locations against each other. We have put together a grading scale here that is based on the number of reviews, the average rating, response percentage, and all three combined. The goal tracking report allows you to monitor the review goals that you can set in the Resources tab. The word search report is where you can get great keyword or key phrase data that comes up in your reviews on a regular basis. You can search for a word up here at the top to see all of the reviews that include that word down here at the bottom. This can help you get a better understanding of what people are saying about your business, both positively and negatively. Lastly, if you've chosen to enable Google Q&A, you'll be able to access all of your Google questions and answers here. Please reach out to your account rep to find out if this is available to you or not. Next, we have the response section. From this section, you will automatically be guided to the response queue. Please note that if we are responding to your reviews on your behalf, you will not have access to this section. The first tab is your outstanding reviews, where all of your reviews that need to be responded to are housed. They will stream in chronological order, but you can also sort by location, by rating, and by review site. The second tab has any reviews that you may have saved to come back and respond to later on. And the third tab is where you'd be able to see any of your outstanding Google questions that need to be answered. Please note that you do have to enable Google Q&A on the brand sign-up page in order to have access here, so please reach out to your account rep if you would like to do so. In the Outstanding Reviews tab, you'll be able to see the date of the review, the location name, the review site, the rating, the reviewer's name, and the actual comment itself. Additionally, you will notice a little red or green lock here next to the reviewer's name. The green lock signifies that you do have login credentials entered into our platform for that location on that review site and are therefore able to respond to reviews through our platform. A red lock, on the other hand, would mean that there are no login credentials entered for that location on that review site, and you would be unable to respond through our platform. If there is a red lock or you simply don't want to respond to a review, you can hit the red No Response button. This will remove the review from the response queue. However, it will still be on the platform and in all of your data and reporting. If there is a green lock, please click on the blue Respond button. This will take you to a new page where you can type out your response and submit. Depending on the review site, you can submit a public and/or a private response. Also, depending on the review site, you can flag a review directly through this page. Let's say a review violates the review site terms and guidelines, or that the review is clearly just for the wrong business. You can click this white flag icon and it will automatically be flagged on the live site. You also have the option to enable generic or custom response templates. Depending on the industry, we have created a variety of generic templates that you can utilize when responding to your reviews. These templates are only meant to be used as a foundation and should be further customized to fit the review and your business. Templates will auto-populate here based on the review site, rating, and template usage, which will prevent the same template from being used over and over again for the same location and review site. If you don't like the template that auto-populated, you can cycle through them with these arrows. You also have the option to upload your own custom templates, which will cycle through the exact same way. We also have some escalation features here on the bottom left. For example, if you are responding to reviews for a specific location or franchisee and feel like a review should be viewed by that manager before going live, you can write a response and then escalate the review and response back to them for approval. In the 24-hour delay option, they will have a full 24 hours to check out the review and response. This is what the email they will receive will look like. They can either edit the response directly through this email, submit the response as is, or just decide not to submit a response at all. If none of these options are selected within 24 hours, the response will automatically go live as is after the 24 hours. The second option is the same, however, it requires approval before the response is posted live. Lastly, we have the positive escalated review alert, which is used for positive reviews that you just think they might want to see and be aware of. The email will be sent to them, but the response will automatically post live. Next is the review response feed. This is where you'll find all of your reviews and all of your responses. The Reviews tab shows all of the review data. A green response button will signify that the review has been responded to, and a yellow arrow pointing upwards will signify that the response has been escalated. The Responses tab shows all of the reviews and their responses. It'll tell you if you had selected no response. It will also tell you if there was a login error, if the review had been escalated, and if it was successfully posted live. The review site login section is where you will need to provide the login credentials for any of the review sites you would like to be able to respond to directly through our platform. Please select the Edit button next to the corresponding location. Any review sites with URLs entered means that we are pulling in reviews for that site. The Logins column is where you will see which review sites are connected and which are not. For all sites except Google and Facebook, you will just need to click the Edit button and enter in their username and password. Google and Facebook, on the other hand, are permissions-based and require you to give us permissions to their GMB and Facebook pages. Please see our Help Center for detailed guides on how to do these. You can also cycle through each location with this location drop-down in the top right corner. Lastly, we have the response template section. Like I previously mentioned, you have the option to upload your own custom response templates into the platform. In order to do so, click here to download the template, then copy and paste all of your responses into here. Assign them a name and determine which star rating goes with each and whether there is a comment or not in the review. Save this spreadsheet back to your computer and upload it right back into the platform here. Moving into the resources section, here are a variety of tools that you can use to help with your review management strategy. The goal tracker section can be used to set specific review goals for each of your locations. The print collateral section allows you to purchase custom print collateral with your unique branding and information on it. This has been proven to be a successful method of generating reviews due to the sense of personal obligation that having a physical reminder gives to the customer. We offer business cards, window clings, table tents, flyers, and posters. The only thing that needs to be done is to add the URL for one of your landing pages and drop in your logo. We also have a variety of website widgets that can be placed on your website or in your email signature. To use these, please make sure to follow the directions included in the Help Center or reach out to your web developer for assistance. The first widget here is our most popular. You can customize it for each location and determine whether you want to show the rating display, the review request links, the review feed, and the response feed. You can also determine whether you want all reviews shown or just the positive ones. Once it is customized accordingly, click the blue Generate Location widget button and embed this code on your site. Down here at the bottom, you'll also notice some smaller widgets like these red and blue Review Us buttons. These can be used in your email signatures to guide your customers to leave a review. Lastly, our Employee Incentive Program section allows you to develop incentive programs for your employees based on who is able to get the most reviews. Next, the Settings menu allows you to customize some specific settings for your account. The Account Information tile is where you can update your account admin information, including your login, email, and password. The Location Management section is where you can edit any of your different locations' information. To edit an existing location, click Actions Edit next to the corresponding location and you will now be able to see all of the details that were added for this location upon sign up and edit them accordingly. The user section is where you can view and edit all of your existing users. You can delete a user by clicking Actions at Delete. You can also add a new user by clicking this green Add User button. The email report management section allows you to view all of the existing email reports that are set to go out on an automated basis. If you wanted to remove one, you can click Actions, Delete, next to the corresponding report. You can also really easily add a recipient by entering in their name, email address, selecting which report you'd like them to receive, selecting for which locations you'd like them to receive it, and the frequency in which you'd like them to receive it. You can access the same review site logins page here, so you're able to view this from both the Response section and the Settings section. For more information on how to add your logins, please visit the Respond section of this video. Lastly, your account report can be used to view all of your existing locations and any locations that have also been deleted. Lastly, if you are ever having any issues or have any questions about the platform, you can access our Help Center with this blue question mark icon. We have a variety of detailed how-to guides, articles, and videos that explain how to interact with the platform. For example, if you wanted to learn how to add a user, you could go to Settings and would be able to find a clear set of instructions on how to add a user. You can also use the search bar to search for anything specific. Additionally, you can always click on this blue envelope icon to reach out to your support contact directly. Please note that after onboarding a new account, it will take our system around 24 to 48 hours to pull in the review site URLs and historical reviews. After this short time, we do recommend that you also review all of the URLs and other information across the platform to confirm that everything is correct. So that wraps up our Online Review Manager onboarding video. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch.